The fact that we have received information on the unfortunate incidents of distribution of contaminated food in Karai and Health Center. Others will be taken to Kihara, but the seriously affected ones will be brought here in Kiambu and Thika. And we want to confirm that all of those patients will be treated freely. Nobody will be charged with accommodation, from this unfortunate incidents of food poisoning, distribution of food poisoning. Source. We also understand that they are having effects on their throat, but I'm not a medical doctor, and that's why we send our medical team so that they can diagnose and then take the samples, analyze the samples, and we can relate the samples with the symptoms that they are already showing. We want to say categorically that there have been different teams that have been distributing food in that area. I said that we, the Kiambu County, together with the national government, have distributed to about 2,000 families. We are also aware that there were other people last week who are distributing food. So we don't know who may have done this. Where there is information, we'll be seeking more information. The intelligence and the police are investigating that. Where there is, where the investigation shows that there is a vehicle or vehicles or individuals or whatever, that will be followed by the road. So at this moment, I don't want to say where this list food could have come from. All we were saying is that it is food that was distributed outside our main distribution channel. Situation will be. So all we have said is anybody, whether you are a non-governmental organization, whether you are a politician, whether you are any other source, please make sure that the food that is being distributed is done through the established channel which we have described. At the sub-county level, be coordinated by the DCC and our sub-county administrator. At the ward level, be coordinated by the chief, the assistant chief, our ward admin, and the MCA. So if you receive food from that group, you can be sure that the food is of good quality. Any other food that is coming, because people are playing politics, and that's why I said in Kiambu, we are not ready to play politics with people's lives. You can go and do that elsewhere. We are not ready. So that's why we have an established channel, and it is through that channel. And I want to urge our people, particularly those ones who are having any food that they did not know or could have been attributed to have been distributed in that mechanism, to return it. And over the next coming days, we are going to distribute food in the normal way. So the way to distinguish between good and contaminated food is the channel through which the food is distributed. It's taking place, particularly in Kikuyu, that a lot of people have returned the food, both for analysis, but also in case we find it is contaminated, so that it can be destroyed. As you know that we have launched a food distribution program ourselves. We have distributed food over the last 1 week or so to about 2,000 families within Karai and Nashu wards. We are planning to distribute more food over the coming days, but I want to say that it is very unfortunate whoever did this, because it is making use of the dire situation that we are in caused by COVID, and particularly in an area that has been very vulnerable to food availability. And we would want to be very categorical to say that we would not want to play politics with food distribution or any other issue that relates to COVID or the disadvantage that we have been put in by COVID. As you know, we have also sent 2 ambulances. The ambulances are ferrying people. I'm told about 12 of them have been carried with our ambulances taken to our health facilities. Our administration team, together with the county commissioners team, the DCC, have also been on the ground, and they have confirmed that the incidence of the distribution of contaminated food is true. So our medical team is also collecting samples. Our public health, county public health director with her team are collecting samples that will be taken for analysis, and we'll find out exactly what kind of poisoning or contamination the food had. And what we are going to do is we are going to ensure that anybody else who is distributing food outside that established mechanism is going to be arrested, and action will be taken against the person, because we do not understand whose interest you represent if you don't go through an established mechanism. We also want to confirm that we know we have, as I said, we have reached out to 2,000 households within those two wards, Karai and Nashu. We know it's not enough. Our target is to meet about 5,000 or 6,000. Collaboration between the national government and the county government. And in our own wisdom, we have set up a logistic team in Kiambu County that is co-chaired by myself and the county commissioner, plus a few other members from the Kiambu Emergency Appeal Fund. And we have come out with a very, very clear food distribution mechanism, which we even talked about when we were launching the fund. At the sub-county level, the food distribution is coordinated by the DCC, the Deputy County Commissioner, together with our sub-county administrator. And within that team, we have a representation from the community, particularly Nyumba Kumi, from some of the other community members that we know, and somebody from the religious organization. And those are the people, and in addition, our health personnel, particularly public health officers. And those are the people who are overseeing the food distribution at the ward level. At the ward level, we set up a committee that comprises of the chief, and once we receive the list, which is signed by everybody, we then dispatch the team. Like as we talk now, food is being distributed in Juja, Karimoni, and food is also being distributed here, particularly to our Muslim brothers here in Kiambu, and food is also being distributed elsewhere through that process. And we have asked, including our members of parliament, when we were setting up the fund, we requested our members of parliament to join the sub-county food distribution team so that they can be represented, and we have one channel through which food is being distributed, and that food distributed is being monitored.